Hey guys, it's JjSimmer and welcome to my speed build. In this video, as you can probably tell by the title, we are making a basketball court. And this build was this is one of my all-time favorite builds. Now, if you don't know, this is actually technically the first, this is the first real video on my channel. But if you didn't see the first video, which is just a welcome to my channel type thing, it explains that I used to be JjSimmer67 and now I am JjSimmer, so I had a whole previous channel where I did builds, and this build was originally supposed to be for that channel. But I was like, hey, if I'm gonna start a new channel, why not start with my favorite build ever? Because this is probably my favorite build I've ever made. It's just I'm just so proud of it. So I was like, this is a great first video / first build on my new channel. And you guys, I'm nervous. This is so weird. It's almost as if I am filming my first voiceover, which is totally not the case because I have filmed, I was about to say hundreds, but not hundreds, over 50, I want to say, voiceovers before. And my laundry just went off. I hope you can hear that. But it just feels different this time. Maybe it's because I love this build so much. I'll be honest with you, I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians or some yeah, I was. I'm not even gonna lie. And I came up with this because Chloe's dating that basketball player, and I was like, basketball, The Sims, basketball courts, city living? Because I knew that, oh my gosh, I'm so weird, I'm sorry. I'm usually not like this, kind of. But I knew that The Sims had added in, well, obviously in city living, The Sims added in basketball courts, and I don't even think I've ever played with a basketball hoop or anything in The Sims, and I was like, why don't they have basketball lots? I just thought that would be really fun because I'm always looking for lots for my Sims to just come to and hang out. So that's what I did in this lot. And there's also a cafe, so it's not just your Sims can come play basketball. Your Sims can come play basketball, go to the washroom, and go to this cafe. And I don't know what lot type it is actually, but hey. And for some reason when I made this, I was like, well, I'm the first person ever to make this. I am a genius. Because I didn't see this. Usually I draw inspiration from other people. It's well, they made this, I want to make this my own way. But this time, all me. Kind of. I did steal the idea off of the people who make basketball courts, but that is besides the point. This build is my everything. I actually haven't played with it yet, which is ridiculous, but I'm so excited to play with it. It's great when you build a lot that you want to play with. But anyways, that was 2 minutes of talking about the build, which is very uncharacteristic for me because I never talk about the build. So let's talk about something more interesting. Since this is the first speed build and kind of first video on my channel, I wanted to talk about The Sims. You guys are probably confused, but okay, in all honesty, I've already done this voiceover, but I did it for JjSimmer67, my old channel, and I talked about my my life in The Sims, kind of like that. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I want to kind of just talk about that again, since you guys, nobody heard this. It's not like I've posted before. I had to delete that, which kind of sucked because that was a great voiceover, but it will be great this time as well. So just how I got started playing The Sims, that's what I'm going to talk about, right? Okay, I got started playing The Sims so young, too young. The Sims is what? It's rated teen, so I think that's 17 plus. I started playing The Sims in grade 2. So I was how old are you in grade 2? I think 8, 9. I was young, right? And it's not my parents didn't buy me The Sims or anything. It's I went to my friend's house and her older brother had it, and me and her just kind of played it for hours. But we were young, way too young to be playing The Sims. But I was obsessed with it then. I still remember, because I started off technically with The Sims 2, but that's just because my friend had The Sims 2. So whenever I'd go over, we just play The Sims 2 for hours. And I still remember, we were evil people, I guess, because we would always trap the Sims. Everyone's done this. Every Simmer's done this, though. Trap the Sims in the pool and had, nothing, no, what's it called, ladder. And in The Sims 2, I'm pretty sure the Sims needed a ladder to get out. So that was, double torture, and the Sims died, which, case in point, why grade 8-year-olds, not grade 8-year-olds should not be playing The Sims, because the Sims died. And I remember I'm still scared of the ghost. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm still scared of the ghost, but I was petrified of the ghost. And obviously after you kill a Sim, a ghost appears, so I was it just wasn't fun. I remember being super scared of the ghost that would appear, and I didn't know how to get rid of it. And I don't know if I remember like just not knowing how to play The Sims one single bit, and like it was just a mess, but it was still fun. It was like a fun mess. And sometimes like I kind of miss that, like just like when you're like a newbie, I hate that word, when you're new to a game, you just don't know how to play with it, so you just kind of explore everything. Everything's like like, you know, it's just really cool. And I miss that because now I know to do everything. But hey, still playing The Sims. Who knows? 8 years later? Yeah, 8. Yeah. Okay, still playing The Sims. That 8 years later. So obviously it left an impression. And then, well, I was playing The Sims kind of just whenever I went to her house. She's my best friend at the time, so that was quite a bit. But like, I didn't own The Sims because I wasn't gonna be like, Mom, Dad, get me this game. It's rated T, but who cares? Get it to me. They would have been like, no. I don't even think they knew I was playing it at her house. They couldn't have. They wouldn't have let me play it. Like, you could say I was a rebel as a kid. Not really though. But anyways, jump a few years. I think when I got into grade 7, which I was 12 then. Still, I wouldn't say that's too young, but still under the age that the game says you should be, because it's 17 plus, which technically means I'm still under the age because I'm only 16, but hey, we're not talking about that. So, cut to grade 7, I get The Sims 3, and I got, like, they had bundles in The Sims 3, as I'm sure some of you know. So, I got the bundle that was, like, high-end loft stuff, late night, and The Sims 3 base game. So, I got that, and I just remember, again, I was a newbie at The Sims, so I did not know how to play it. And I just remember, like, not knowing how to play it. I had the late night expansion pack, and then the high-end loft stuff pack. And I knew I had that, but I didn't know. You know how in The Sims 3, like, there would be a plumb bob kind of, like, showing, like, a red plumb bob for, like, late night at the, like, corner of, like, let's say, just, like, for clothes at the corner there, that shows you what expansion pack it's from. And then on some of them, there would be the gold one that says it's from, like, the Sims 3 store. Okay, well, I didn't know the difference, so I didn't, for the first 3 months of playing that, I was not using any of these the content that the expansion packs had because I thought I had to pay for it. So I, like, all the late night stuff, all the high-end loft stuff, I did not use because I was like, no way I'm, like, spending my own money. Well, I guess I spent my own money on the game, but you know what I mean. No way I'm going to spend more money? I don't know. I didn't have money, so I was like, did that make sense? Oh my goodness, I'm so bad. I just was like, no way, I'm not going to click on this because I don't want it to be like, enter your credit card, and I was in grade 7, so I didn't have a credit card or any of that. So I was like, no way. That was really hard to say. I don't know why. I apologize for that. So essence of the story, for the first month, I didn't even know how to play with, like, anything. Well, I played with stuff that involved late night, just not like store, like, cast items, so clothing, or what's it called, build items, which is like, I was missing a lot. I had a lot that I didn't even know I had, which is so funny. Like, looking back at it, I'm like, you idiot. Like, I must have been, like, I probably had, like, the Sims 3 base game was nothing special, so my Sims were probably ugly. But actually, I didn't know how to make Sims then, which was ridiculous. I guess I was a dumb 12-year-old. I don't know. I might have been a little younger, but essence of the story, I was dumb and I didn't know how to play The Sims 3 because I would only go into already made households. So I remember I used to go in The Sims 3 Mrs. Crumplebottom or something like that. She was like that blonde girl, and she was like the scary Sim of The Sims 3. Like, I don't know if she's in The Sims 4, but she's kind of like one of those, like, Dawn Lothario, like she's in other renditions of The Sims. But I would always play in her household because I loved mansions, and I would always play in the Strikers. I think that's their name. I don't know. There's like a famous soccer player. He always wears yellow, and then his wife, who's a bitch, and then his son. I don't know what their names is. That's actually really sad. But yeah, I'd always play in those households because, again, I did not know how to make households of my own because I was an idiot. But anyways, I would be playing in those households, and yeah, I just didn't even, like, know how to do anything on The Sims. The only reason I know how to play The Sims now is I don't remember how long after I got The Sims I started watching Sims Let's Plays, but it was pretty quick. So, and then I started watching, I only watch Life. I'm a big Life Simmer fan. And I actually watch Pink Sim's Let's Plays too occasionally. I love Pink Sim. I wish she didn't quit. Check her channel out if you don't know who she is. But yeah, Pink Sim and Life Simmer. Those are who I was watching. And like, I eventually found more people like Deligracy in them, but they didn't really do Let's Plays, or just like, I don't know, I guess I just didn't like their Let's Plays back then, which is weird because I love them now, but back then I guess they weren't my type. So I was just watching Life Simmer's Let's Play. Like, I started watching Life Simmer when Generation Season 1 was like at the end. Like, there was maybe 5 parts that I watched like live kind of, but I've been watching since Generation Season 1, and I've watched every season. Season 1, Season 2, and then Season 3, which I really hope she resumes. Can I just say that? You guys are gonna get used to this. Trust me, I am always shouting out Life Simmer, Little Simsy, any Simmer. Always shouting them out because I am like a big Simmer fan. Like, it's ridiculous. If I'm on YouTube, chances are I'm watching a Sims video or a vlog. But hey, either one is great. I prefer Sims videos if I'm being honest. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Life Simmer helped me play The Sims. And Carl's guide to The Sims 3. Oh my gosh, without Carl, I would still know nothing. And those lessons, of course. Every time a lesson would pop up, I'd be like, yes, please. And like, The Sims 3 was a complex game too. Like, The Sims 4, pretty straightforward, I think. But The Sims 3 was like, there was like worlds and worlds. It was just so... Actually, I don't think that was The Sims 3. I think that was Sims 4. But The Sims 3 was more complex than The Sims 4. Essence of my story. So it took me a while to get used to The Sims 3. And then The Sims 4. The funny thing is I've only been playing The Sims 4 for like about 2 years, and I think it's been out for about 3 years. I don't know. I've been playing, for the first year that Sims 4 was out, I was not playing it. I just didn't, I don't know why, because I was still watching Life Simmer and like Deligracy's like Let's Plays of playing The Sims 4, but I just like, I don't know, it's cheap, I guess. I was like, I'm not buying that. And I think I was a little bitter too. I was like, The Sims 3 for life, which I still am. I'm like, The Sims 3, I believe wholeheartedly The Sims 3 is better than The Sims 4. Even though I like The Sims 4 and I play it so, I love The Sims 4, what am I saying? And I play The Sims 4 so much more. I'm like, The Sims 3, woo, it's so weird. But maybe that's why I didn't play The Sims 4 till later on. But for like a year, I was just watching people play The Sims 4, and I was like, I'm never gonna get that game. But then they had a sale, and me and sales, it's like, I have to get that game. So I got it. Thank the Lord for that. Because I've been obsessed with it ever since. And like, because there was a year I just wasn't playing The Sims because The Sims 3 wasn't working on my computer at the time because I was dumb and didn't know how to make it work on Windows 10. Figured it out now. But The Sims 3 was not working at that point, so I just wasn't playing The Sims. And like, I'm sure that was a sad year in my life. But don't worry, guys. Finally figured out how to work The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, and now I play both of them on my computer. And my life is complete because I just love The Sims 3 and I love The Sims 4. But my thing with The Sims 4, I got The Sims 4. I got all the packs at once, which I kind of regret almost because when you get because I got not all the packs because City Living so didn't come out, so I got expansion packs. I got Get to Work and Get Together, but I kind of wish I got them separately because I've never really explored Get Together. I've watched Get Together Let's Plays, but I've never really explored on my own because I was more into Get to Work because I just like that one better. So it was more like I was playing Get to Work even though I had Get Together, which was like, you know what, maybe I'll go explore Get Together. I don't know, Get to Work is still my favorite expansion pack, which is weird because I hear a lot of people actually don't like it, but I'm like, it just brought so much more gameplay, which none of the other ones really did, so I will be a Get to Work fan till the day I die. It's just so fun, I think. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I started The Sims 4. I ramble a lot, just to tell you. I don't know if I said that before, but like, I'm just a mess. It's okay. I'm a mess on YouTube and in real life. So at least, I'm keeping it real, right? That's all that matters. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh gosh, help me. Please help me, somebody. Okay, yeah, so when I started playing The Sims 4, I actually kind of knew how to play it, which, hey, that's always a good thing, right? You're not just like playing it with no knowledge. But again, like, I don't know, I was just always bitter. I've always been bitter about The Sims 4. I'm like, why won't they have pets? Why won't when there was no toddlers, I was like, where are toddlers? Thank goodness. I had no faith in this before. I'll be honest with you. Everyone's like, Pets is gonna be the next expansion pack. I'm like, no, because The Sims 4 sucks, which is weird because I love The Sims 4. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a hater of The Sims 4 too, where I'm like, I have no faith. And I just gotta like get faith in EA, you know? Because they got toddlers and I was like, guys, like get over your, like people would be like, toddlers are coming, like because you know those hackers who seem to find things out of, they're like, we found this code that toddlers is coming. I'm like, they're not. But the code was fake in my defense. There was no code to show, I don't think. I don't know if the code was fake. I assume the code was fake. But anyways, I think I was wrong. I don't know, guys. Ugh, was the code fake? I don't know. But I was like, toddlers are not coming. Seasons is not coming. None of this is coming. Like, but The Sims 4 is like, it keeps on surprising us. Like, who knows? Maybe there'll be terrain tools. I'm actually terrified of terrain tools because I've never built a house in The Sims 3, which is so weird. Like, I tried last week, but my Sims 3 game is too slow with building and cast that I couldn't do it. It's fun. It's fine with gameplay, but everything else is like, no. So I couldn't do it, which was kind of a bummer, but I have never built a house in The Sims 3, so I don't know how terrain tools work, and I think if they brought them into The Sims 4, they'd just be scary. So I'm like, everyone's like, terrain tools, bring them. I'm like, no, please don't. Please don't. Because then people will be like, whoa, they'll see that I'm a bad builder, because great builders know how to use terrain tools to their advantage. But builders like me who aren't great builders have no clue how to do that. And I don't want to be exposed as a bad builder. With this build, I'm going to admit, this build is better than my normal build. So I apologize for setting unrealistic expectations. But you guys, I think overall, sorry, I had to take a break, which is so annoying because there's like 2 minutes left from this build and I was almost done this voiceover. I was like, this voiceover is going great, but of course I had to do something right before it was over because there's something I hate more than like stops in a speed build because like you're on a roll talking super fast and then it's like stop and it's like ugh. That was a weird sound. I apologize for that because you guys, first I'm so nervous because I'm just like so excited about this channel, and when I really love something, like I'm really nervous that people are gonna hate it, and like if you guys like are like, whoa, this isn't as good as your other channel, just like, whoa, this is bad, it's gonna like break my heart. Which sounded like I was trying to guilt trip you, which I was not. It was just a statement. Let's calm down. I wasn't trying to be like, love my videos are gonna be sad, because no, it's just like, you know, I just feel like I have to explain everything. It's so annoying. But anyways, guys, we're at the end of this build, and of course this voiceover has to come to you in 2 parts, right? Anyways, I say anyways a lot. You'll learn that about me. You will learn all these annoying things about me, but you'll learn to love me. It's like, it's just a thing. Like, you're just gonna have to. At the end of this, you're gonna be like, oh, I just hit my microphone, but you're gonna be like, whoa, she's my new favorite simmer. I'm totally kidding. That's not gonna happen. I wish that was gonna happen, but even I know that I'm no life simmer. See, I should just be like a promoter for life simmer because I literally talk about her in every video. Check my old channel. Don't, because the videos there are crap, but like, you get the gist. But anyways, guys, don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week with 3 videos instead of only really 1 this week. I'm sorry. Okay, so once again, my voiceover got interrupted, so that is now 3 times. It will not be like this every time, I promise you guys. But anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was just rambling on. But I didn't want to cut this video off without saying bye. I was saying sorry for something. Who knows? I apologize a lot. You will learn that about me. But I'm just going to say bye because honestly, I don't know what else to say. So bye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully, no, I will. I trust you guys. You guys will watch my next video. So I will see you guys in my next video.